Yo, what is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ashley, and I'm here today with some pretty cool news. We have been promoted from the IBA D2 to the IBA D1. So, at first, they were replacing D1 people that have left with outside people until some of the people in D2, kind of messaged in general at Odds and Nick, the commissioners of the IBA, saying that if anybody's getting replaced in D1, it should be the people from D2. That's what D2 is here for, is to scout talent for the D1, or at least that's what I assumed whenever I joined, especially since it is upload encouraged instead of upload required. Just kind of get a feel of who's uploading and whatever. And so, obviously being the great commissioners that they are, they listened, and as soon as the next person left, they pulled the legendary Seabass, who was, I think, 2-1 plus 6 or something like that whenever he left. And he knows them all very well, which is all cool. And if anybody got moved up that wasn't me, I'm glad it was Seabass. He's a great battler. But I was looking at the rest of the roster, and I was like, man, I really hope that if anybody gets moved up, I'm next. That would be tight. I would love to play at that level, and I feel like I've been doing pretty good with my uploads. And lo and behold, somebody left, and I was messaged and asked if I would be willing to move up and take over a team. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to end our D2 run at D2 run at 3-1 plus, I think, sorry, I'm bad at math, plus 7, I think, because we were plus 11 going into week 3. We were 3-0, plus 11, but then we got tossed by Aaron, which if you see my video that I uploaded earlier today, you'll see that I got tossed by Aaron. But so yeah, we were obviously doing very well in the division. We've done well with our uploads, and I feel like I get along with a lot of those guys. So really nice to be moved up. And without any further rambling about that, let's go ahead and talk about the team that we took over. Now, I'm going to show you the team before my ad drops and my team after my ad drops, just so you kind of get an idea of what I was working with. We have Tapu Bulu, Heatran, Latios, Mega Banette, Scolipede, Hitmonlee, Meloetta, Quagsire, Lantern, Gigalith, and Braviary, which is definitely a very interesting team. Looking at it, obviously Tapu Bulu Heatran is a fantastic core, and Scolipede works well with pretty much most Pokemon, in my opinion, that can use a little bit more speed, which is a ton of Pokemon. And I really like Mega Banette as well. That 165 attack is insane if you can get it set up right, as well as priority status like Will-O-Wisp and Toxic is really, really good. But I got 3 ad drops from taking over the team, as well as 3 ad drops for the league in general, and I decided to go ahead and utilize all of them. So I do like this team a lot, and the Z users are these top 3 here: Tapu Bulu, Heatran, and Latios. And when looking at this team, I consulted a couple people, but the main thing I definitely wanted to keep was my Tapu Bulu Heatran core and my Mega Banette, as well as my Scolipede. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we decided on. Alright, so as you can see here, we have Tapu Bulu, Heatran, Landorus I, Scolipede, Espeon, Gigalith, Noivern, Alola or whatever, Scrafty, Electrode, and Mega Banette. So this is a team that I really, really, really like, because obviously you still have that very strong Heatran Bulu core. You have Scolipede that's able to pass speed into things like Espeon, which does get stored power. So if you can switch a +2 Espeon in on something, or in speed, and set up a Calm Mind, you're at +4, and you can start firing off some pretty intense stored powers. Gigalith is nice on this team, mostly because it can set Sand for Landorus I, which, it can't be Sheer Force, but it does get Sand Force, meaning that as long as that Sand is up, I can start laying down some heavy damage with Landorus I, as long as I can get it in safely. Electrode was really awesome as a fast electric type, I thought, really allowing me to sacrifice. I think Electrode is a very underrated mon in the Draft League format. It's so fast that you can usually outspeed everything on their team and run match special attack and still throw a good bit into that HP. It's not the bulkiest Pokemon at all by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, but any Pokemon you can dump extra HP EVs into is good for sure. Any Pokemon that has that kind of intense speed. Scrafty is awesome because it still maintains my Intimidate, even though I got rid of Braviary, which is something that I always like to have on a team, is Intimidate, as well as giving me a Moxie Dragon Dance user, which is something I also like having in the Draft League format. Grassy Terrain is going to work absolutely fantastically with my Alola Mola's Wish Passing, and will allow a lot of these Pokemon to stay afloat a little bit longer than otherwise. Espeon also helps me bounce hazards back while keeping them up on my side. I've got rocks with Landorus and Heatran. I have Toxic Spikes, as well I think regular Spikes, maybe, I can't remember, with Scolipede. I got rocks with Gigalith. So lots of good hazard options as well. Landorus does get U-turn. Espeon gets U-turn if I'm correct. Noivern gets U-turn. We get Volt Switch with Electrodes. We've got a lot of nice switchers on our team. We have some setup sweepers like Landorus, Espeon possibly, Scrafty, as we've already said. I don't know. I think this team is going to work really well, and even if it doesn't, I'm going to have a lot of fun using it. I think that this is a really cool looking team, and I'm hoping that it can do well for me. I think that we're sitting at 2-3 with our new record, which is not bad, not great. Definitely better than coming in on like a 0-4 team or an 0-5 team. But you know, it leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm not sure who our next opponent is. I literally have just been, as soon as I put in my changes on this, I have decided to start recording some videos. So I mean, literally I sent to the Discord what my moves and stuff were, and I came here to start recording almost immediately after. I'm very excited to have gotten moved up, and hoping it can bring some high quality battles to the channel, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to entertain you guys. But this is a little bit of a shorter video. It's more of just like a little update, letting you know what I've got, what I'm bringing to this new change on the channel. And very happy with the rate in which we moved up. My reasoning in joining the IBA D2 was I wanted a showdown league that I could play that was a little more serious, and the D1 players just in general seem a little bit more serious than the D2 players. And when I watch their games, there's a lot of, you know, really nice close games, whereas a lot of the games that I watch in D2 are 5-0s or 4-0s in each direction. So it kind of seems a little bit one-sided almost at any given battle. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it, and I guarantee you I'm going to be on the receiving end of some absolute beatdowns. I'm still learning. I started the draft format probably almost a year ago, meaning that I'm still very new to it. I've been doing pretty well for myself and riding off of good prep a lot of the time, but there's definitely, in almost any game you can imagine, plays I need to start making better, and that all starts with playing good players. So hopefully this will be another opportunity for me to play some good players. Thank you again to Nick and Odds for allowing me to come in and take over a team. I really do appreciate the opportunity, and I'm very excited to use all these dope GFX you guys have lined up for us. Anyway, if you guys like the content that you're seeing, go ahead and throw a like down below, as well as subscribing and commenting and all of that bullshit. I'm really trying to build a community here, man. Let me know what you think of the team. I really don't have any more free agency trades to do, so this will be the team for the rest of the season, and hopefully it can carry us pretty well. Get us a better idea of how some of these mons work. I don't want to spoil anything too much, but I do have a league coming up in January that I'll be in that I'm very excited about, and I'm using a lot of these leagues that I'm in right now to try out different mons and different strategies to see what I want to bring into that league. So stick around on the channel to see everything about it. Anyway, I will let y'all go. I've been holding on to y'all for about 10 minutes, so y'all have a good one. Peace out.